Welcome to this thoughtful event on Innovation and Impact 25 Years of IPE Global, a traditional lighting of the lamp.
Over the last 25 years, what we have learnt is sincerity, practical approach and passion surpasses names, degrees and resources. It is our almost childlike junoon of making a difference, of not knowing what cannot be done, our jazba of never giving up that has made IPE Global a mission with a business rather than just a business with a well-written mission. We have devised a term to define us. We are a think and do tank. From one small office in Delhi, we now have offices in 20 states in 5 countries, and from an initial team of 4 members, we now have more than 1,200 members, which perhaps makes us the largest development sector consulting organization in South Asia. With a highly committed team, we have completed over 1,100 plus projects in more than 100 countries and have impacted more than 600 million lives globally. Shoulder to shoulder, a human chain of our impacted stakeholders would circle the earth almost 3 times. And yet, the feeling that comes to mind is not a sense of achievement or pride, but rather of humility, of gratitude, of being able to be part of making a difference in the world. While the list of projects is endless, no amount of money can give us as much happiness or satisfaction as the smiles on the face of the person whose life has changed due to some of the work we have done.
Through our work, we have touched lives of close to 345 million women. But this is not just a mere statistic, because behind every number is a face, a story of dreams, challenges, which we have been privileged to witness and contribute. Today, as we celebrate the 25th anniversary of IPE Global, we are humbled to present to you Inspired by Women, a collection of 50 empowering narratives from our projects. 50 change makers who are destined to inspire countless more.
That I were not a speaker, but a mirror. So you could see yourselves right now, because really we have the most beautiful view, I think, of this ballroom, of the passion, of the belief, of the purpose, of the peace that you live in the work that is done by IPE, and the collaboration between so many of us that are lucky to call India our home for a period of our lives. I often say, if you want to see the future, come to India. If you want to feel the future, come to India. And if you want to work on the future, come to India. And I have the great privilege of being able to do that every single day as a leader of the United States mission. I would have come just for IPE, but whenever you have Amitabh Kant here, my dear friend, he's not only a great force for good in India, but as we saw in the G20, the most successful ever under his leadership. We now feel more that it is Do Desh and there is Ek Dil, one heart.
In my long innings in government, I've had the pleasure of working with all the top consulting agencies across the world. And I must say that IPE Global is really top class. It's top class because it works with a tremendous amount of passion. It works with a tremendous amount of energy and dynamism. And it works across a range of sectors where you make a difference to human lives. It's worked with me on learning outcomes, on improving health outcomes, on nutrition. They've worked with me on improving, doing the holistic development of islands in India. And every time, I can tell you that they surpass any other consulting agency because they actually believe in delivering on ground. Your focus is on South-South because when India did the G20 presidency, we faced several challenges, but India's presidency was very focused on the global south. One country which stood with us was the United States of America. All through our G20, I truly want to take this occasion to compliment IP Global. I want to compliment IP Global for bringing women-led development center stage, and I want to congratulate IP Global for bringing Global South. That is where the future is.
Having observed IP Global for close to more than a decade now, they know how to do things differently.
Philanthropy can do is provide the scaffolding around those. And by scaffolding, I mean we can connect communities of practice in different countries. We can support governments with blended finance solutions. We can provide the evidence base, and we can support those initiatives. Partners like IPE make that much more realistic as a prospect.
The motivation of our ground level frontline workers like Jasmine today and our Asha Didi from Rajasthan. All our health systems are united by the motivation of these ground level workers. They are volunteers effectively, they are not really government servants, but then their motivation, the way they are working, and that is the backbone of our health system.
First and foremost, the partnerships that UNICEF has built, and I think IPE, with this convening and using your convening power, is an illustration of how important partnerships are.
What drives us essentially as a partner of the Global South, a development partner of the Global South, is that we share some similar historical experiences and a number of challenges with the Global South, and therefore feel a certain level of solidarity with the Global South. That essentially is what drives our motivation.
In India, I think that we do this obviously to reach the SDGs, to make sure that no one is left behind.